Hey Chico, say hello to the bad guy. I'm Daquan Young, and today we dive into 10 NFL teams that are one piece away from a championship. To be a Super Bowl caliber team, you need a ton of pieces to put the puzzle together. You need an above average quarterback, a great defense, and some good pass catchers. Easier said than done though, right? Obviously, teams like the Patriots and Seahawks have all the big elements to win. Other teams, there's one more piece needed if they want to raise the Lombardi Trophy. Number 10, the Jacksonville Jaguars. What isn't there to love most about this Jaguars team? Doug Marrone coaches one of the game's rising young defenses. There's so many parts of this offense to like, including young running back Leonard Fournette and guys like Marquise Lee. But the Jaguars have to give up on Blake Bortles already. He's had his chance, and he's bound to be a mediocre quarterback at best. If they could somehow land a top-notch passer, they'd have everything to compete for a title. Everything. Number 9, the Miami Dolphins. Miami's a pretty mediocre team without quarterback Ryan Tannehill, but even when he's healthy, the Dolphins are barely above average. But the defense is lacking quite a bit. The pass rush is phenomenal with Cameron Wake and Ndamukong Suh, but the Dolphins lack a shutdown corner and ball-hawking safety. They need one of those, especially in an AFC East that features Tom Brady. If they had a game changer in the secondary, they'd be scaring the entire AFC. Number 8, the Washington Redskins. The Redskins offense can cause a lot of bleeding, but the Redskins defense has problems stopping the bleeding. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. Washington also has a solid group of pass catchers and running backs. But man, can this team do something on defense? Josh Norman is a good start, but the rest of the secondary is awful. A good safety or an elite pass rusher would go a long way. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills. With Rex Ryan gone, the Bills' defense has been restored to relevancy. Their pass rush and secondary forms arguably a top 5 defensive unit in the NFL. We all know that Shady McCoy is arguably the NFL's best running back, and Kelvin Benjamin and Jordan Matthews are 2 solid receivers. And the Bills seem to think that Tyrod Taylor is never going to be the quarterback that takes them to the next level. And neither was Nathan Peterman. They need a guy that they can mold for the future. Number 6, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thanks to strong drafting, the Bucs already have plenty of championship pieces in place. Jameis Winston is the franchise quarterback they envision, and Mike Evans might be a top 10 receiver in the NFL. Tampa has a nice pass rush too, led by do-it-all linebacker Lavonte David, but their secondary could use some improvements. Tampa has to get that defensive player that can make the big play at any time. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. There isn't much to dislike about the Titans' offense. Marcus Mariota is one of the top rising quarterbacks in the game. Tennessee's offensive line also creates plenty of holes for one of the most explosive ground games ever. But their defense? Not a whole lot to like there. The Titans are lacking in the pass rush and in the secondary. Tennessee needs a big-time defensive player. Number 4, the Houston Texans. We've talked about this team a lot already. Terrific defense and an elite one at that. A very good set of weapons on offense, including DeAndre Hopkins. But they've always had crappy quarterbacks. Is Deshaun Watson the answer? Prior to his ACL injury, he looked like the quarterback of the future. But until he proves he can turn this team into a consistent winner, we'll still point at the quarterback position as the one area that's holding the Texans back. Number 3, the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers won 15 games in 2015 and reached the Super Bowl before falling to the Denver Broncos. So what went wrong? Well, the fact that the front office cut Josh Norman loose, that's what. Norman became a top 5 corner in the NFL, they let him go, and had one of the league's worst secondaries in 2016 as a result. Cam Newton in the offense is good. Luke Kuechly is one of the game's elite tacklers and playmakers, but unless Carolina finds yet another shutdown corner, they won't be a Super Bowl contender again. Number 2, the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's defense is one of the best in the NFL. The secondary and the pass rush, love it. We love Stephon Diggs, who's among the most electrifying receivers, but Minnesota's been killed by mediocre quarterback play for years. The best thing about this season, Case Keenum is coming out of his shell. After having a few bad years in Houston, he's holding off Teddy Bridgewater from getting his starting job back. So far, the Vikings have progressed through the season, and Minnesota may be on track to a championship. Number 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger is a winner of 2 Super Bowls and 3 AFC Championship games. Given that success, many of you may wonder how in the world we included Pittsburgh on this list. We'll take a look at their playoff losses in 2011, 14, 15, and 16. Having the Killer Bees offense is nice, but they still need some help on defense. Pittsburgh is rebuilding their young D with lots of speed, but they're lacking a big playmaker in the secondary. Where's the shutdown corner or the lockdown safety? Nowhere to be found. The Steelers, on paper, are close to dethroning the New England Patriots, but Tom Brady always roasts their defense. It's quite evident Pittsburgh needs a shutdown player or a playmaker in their secondary before they return to championship status. What other NFL teams are one piece away from a championship? Join us in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.